2011 Mark IV Golf GLS. I've been driving it for about a year, so I'm going to do a 10 things I love and 10 things I hate about my Golf GLS. First thing that I love about my Golf GLS is the number of doors it has. So the Golf GLS, it has 4 doors for passengers, a trunk, so it makes it a 5-door. The number of doors actually helps because then when you have other passengers, you don't have to drop the seat down and go, okay, get in, and then they have to close the seat, and it just makes it a lot harder. Second thing is the reliability of it. Now the reliability of this car is amazing. It's 17 years old and it still goes like it came out of the factory. It is front-wheel drive, and so it just only pulls with the front. Now granted, that's hell in the snow because you're trying to get out of somewhere and you're only pulling and the tires don't stick, but then you can get different tires. And the third thing that I love about this car is it has no sunroof. Now a lot of people would go, well, why do you love that it has no sunroof? Because the motors in the sunroof used to die. In the Mark III from 91 to 98, they used to die. And you'd be sitting there and you would go to hit the button and it wouldn't go. So you'd have to take the panel down, you'd have to hand crank with the little crank that they give you, and it would just suck. The 2000, it carried that in. They didn't fix it until around 2005 on. Fourth thing that I like about my Golf GLS is the modability to it. Granted, there isn't a lot to do with it because I don't have the GTI with the 1.8T engine, so I can't do a lot with it, but it still has a wide variety. I can change out the headlights, the hood, the tail lights, which I've already done, because it's all the same in all the cars. Fifth thing that I like about my Golf GLS is the engine. Now, like I said before, the GTIs have the 1.8T. Now, my car has the 2.0. Now, the 2.0 liter, 4-cylinder, like the 1.8T. The engine to my car is a 2.0 liter 4-cylinder engine. It's got the 4 rails, so you know it's a 4-cylinder. The airbox is in a weird kind of position, but it still works. Sixth thing that I like about my Golf GLS is that it's German. Volkswagen is a German company. Germans have been making their cars, well, from my standpoint, very, 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 very well for a multitude of years. They started making the Golfs in 1964, and it's been going on till now, basically. The seventh thing that I love about my car is the exterior color. Now, I don't know why, but I just love the green color to it. It is kind of like a mix between a forest green and just straight up green. I mean, as much as it attracts basically every insect on planet Earth, thinking that it is the grass, it's still a great color. You can duck through trees, and if it's green enough, you don't see it. The eighth thing that I love about my car is the number of seats it has. So it seats 5, including the driver. So 2 up front, 3 in the back. That's with all of the Golfs, provided you don't take the back seat out. Now the seats were kind of ingenious to where you sit pops up and down, and then you can drop the seat to make it more flush, where normal cars you can only drop the seat down. Basically you're sitting like this trying to put stuff in. So for them to do that is really kind of ingenious. The ninth thing that I love about my car is the fact that it's subdue. Now if you don't know what subdue means, it just doesn't stick out. If you look at this car, you're gonna go, great, it's a car. Now if I had the R32 symbol here and this was longer, you go, oh my god. Now if you knew what it was, you go, oh my god, it's a Golf R32. And you'd be like, oh, it's got a 6-speed manual, but they made it automatic for some blessed reason. And you're just like, oh my god, it's a great car. Where you look at this and you're like, it's a old guys from Germany who basically just goes and gets groceries. What the hell's the big deal about it? Well, the thing is like, it's just a great car. It's fun. It just drives well. The 10th thing that I love about my car is the sound system. Now, when I bought it, the original radio had been replaced with one that didn't work. So I went out, spent a few dollars to get a better one, to then have my dad say to me, you do realize you have the monsoon system in it, right? And I go, what is the monsoon system? Well, the monsoon system basically sounds like you have 4 subwoofers in the back of your car. And it just makes the sound that much more better. So, okay, so 10 things that I hate about my Golf GLS. Now, in the beginning clip I said that I was going to do 2 videos, to then realize that when the 10 things that I love only lasted 6 minutes, didn't really work. So, I'm doing it all in one video. So, cue 10 things that I hate about my Golf GLS. Number 1, thing that I hate is the engine. Now, I said in the previous one that I love the engine. Yeah, as much as that's great, the engine's a 2.0 liter. So, trying to find mods for that is very, very, very hard. You can't really put a turbo on it unless you get the universal one, which costs you upwards of $5 grand. You can't really put a cold air intake. I mean, you can, but with the amount of miles I have on it, it just doesn't work. Second thing that I hate about my Golf GLS is the miles on it. Now, the miles that I have are 228,944 miles. So to have that on this car is not great. Third thing that I hate about my car is that it has no sunroof. Now, I also said this in the things that I love, and you'll be seeing that a lot with most things that I hate and most things I love are kind of the same, because it's twofold. The reason why I hate that I don't have a sunroof is because the days when I just don't really want to roll down the windows, but I want just some air, I would be able to just turn and have the sunroof open. But since I don't have that, I have to roll the windows down. So it doesn't really help. Now, I hate it because there's no sunroof. But it's kind of a blessing because right now my hazard button's gone. Well, not gone, just broken, so I don't have turn signals. So that's interesting. But I get around by using hand signals, and it's totally legal. Somehow. But hey, it's legal. I'm gonna use it. Fourth thing that I hate about my Golf GLS is the bearings. Now, the bearings, there's a lot of them. More specifically, I'm talking about... Fourth thing that I hate about my Golf GLS is the bearings. Now, there's a lot of bearings. So, which one are you talking about? Well, more specifically, the wheel bearings. So, recently I had the front tie rod ends replaced because my car, when I turned, would make a hell of a ton of noise. And that was kind of annoying, so I went up to a place called Mechanical Advantage up in Barkhamsted, Connecticut. Now that is, for reference, I'm down here, that's all the way up here. It's a long drive. So I had them replace the tie rod ends, figuring, yeah, it'll fix what's wrong. Little did I know that the bearing is shot. So right now, my right side bearing hums still, and it's really kind of annoying. So I had the bearing at my house, it's kind of tedious and annoying to replace, so that's why I'm gonna go back and just say to them, put this in please, pay whatever you want. Numbers 5 and 6 that I hate about my car. Number 5 is the interior color on this thing. Now, interior color isn't bad if you like tan, but personally, I don't. So I would much rather have like a black interior, so it would just look like this and not all that. The sixth thing that I hate about my Golf is the interior glue. Now, you might be saying, well, what the hell does the glue have to do with anything? Well, I'll show you exactly why. So, this glue right here is supposed to be right there. But that glue, when it's like, I think it's 15 years old, it degrades like normal glue does. So the fact that this has been through sweltering hot summers and hasn't fallen apart is kind of funny, but the reason why I hate the glue is because it degrades super quick. And when it degrades, there's basically no putting it back unless you get an entire new interior and get it all replaced. Now this goes for the headliner, the liner railings, I'm gonna call them, that are kind of just like, yeah, it's just all bad, and it's only for the top. So it kind of doesn't help anything when you're driving and you just see little flap in from where the wind goes in, comes out. It just doesn't help anything. Seventh thing that I hate about my car is the horsepower. As much as the Golf GLS did not have a lot of horsepower off the line, like off the production line, it only had 115 horse. It could be better. Add in cold air intake, you get a little bit more power. Add in a better exhaust, you get a little bit more power. There's a lot of things that if you add in or you replace, you get a little bit more power. But that's with everything. It's just personally, I don't really have the time or the money, frankly, to put all this into it. So I've been doing little things here and there. I've been talking about getting a new exhaust system, but I kind of don't have the money because all this other stuff's going on with it, and I want to get it structurally sound first before I start modifying it. So that's kind of the reason why I hate the horsepower in it. The eighth thing that I hate, this is the hate part. Eighth thing that I hate about my car is that, the plastic. It fogs up so easily, it's kind of bad. I cleaned these to get it defogged 2 months ago. Now, 2 months ago was August? No. Let's just go with August. So I cleaned those in August, they're already fogged. Now, you can't really see it from where it's pointing, because it looks perfectly fine, but if you look over there, you can see it's fogged. Now the glass version of those, it's not fogged, because glass doesn't fog that easily. Which is why I want to get new headlights, but then again, like I said before, I don't have time, money, or effort. So, being a senior in high school, having to do all this college stuff in the beginning of the year, I just don't have time. The ninth thing that I hate about my car is the plastic on these things. Now, the plastic on these things is great, but the plastic that they use and then they paint it, the paint comes off and it just looks stupid, as you can see right here. So the color on the plastic of it is fine and it looks great. It's just when the paint comes off, then it starts to look a little weird, which it happens on either side. So it's just bad. Ooh, excuse me. The 10th thing that I hate about my car, the last and final thing that isn't really the most that I hate about my car, but I couldn't really think of anything, so I just threw it on there, is the amount of exhaust choices. Now, a lot of you will go, well, why the hell would you think that? It's because I'm a nerd. I'm a car nerd. I'm just straight up nerd. And it just doesn't, I don't like when I'm scrolling through and I go, hey, I like that. I scroll onto the description and it goes, fits 1.8T. I'm like, great, I can't use that. I don't have a turbo, so I can't use TurboVax systems. I have a catalytic converter. That's a part. And when it goes, fits 1.8T or fits 1.9, I just can't do it. I need 0.2 more liters or 0.1 more liter. I've only found 5 that fit my car. Then it goes into what does it sound like? And I've found 1 that actually sounds halfway decent. So that is 10 things that I love, 10 things that I hate about my car. Do math, that's 0. So it evens out. Thanks for watching, and adios! Because I see it too.